What do I call
Former mayor.
Former mayor.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I am going to actually read notes. When I introduce someone important, I want to make sure I don't miss any details. I was telling George Chen earlier that he's like the most strategic person you'll ever meet. Like you'll ever notice that his sign's always in every picture that you ever take, right? And he strategically put it there, and then he sits in the audience and acts like, no, I'm just a modest politician. George is my hero, actually. I endorsed him early on, and I'm sure most of you have endorsed him. If you haven't gotten to meet him, amazing individual. So George, keep it up now. All right. So good evening, everyone, and thank you for having me here at the, I like to call it the Palos Verdes Torrance Lameda Republican Assembly. But I do know that there's a lot more people from Torrance, so respectfully, we need to keep Torrance up there. That's the way to go. And I'm glad we meet here at the airport because it's a great location. Although what's great is that those of you that are on the board and have been attending, you can see that the audience is growing, yes. And that's all because of great people like Scott Carter in this board. So we give Scott a round of applause. I mean, I would give Scott credit completely, but I think the Democrats have helped out a lot too. I think they've really helped motivate us to understand that if we stay silent, what happens is we have one-party control, and we can't have that anymore. We need to end that. So tonight's a privilege to introduce someone that I've known for a while, and he embodies all the values of what we believe in. Many of you already know him, some of you don't, and you're going to get a chance to hear him tonight and watched him be a leader throughout the state of California. You're going to see he's one of the most dynamic speakers you'll ever see. If you haven't seen him speak before, you're going to love it. And for this, you're going to hear that Jack Guerrero is one of the most principled people, dedicated taxpayer advocates, and fighter for all of us in California today. Jack and I serve on a board for the Los Angeles County Taxpayers Association. Many of you might not know about it yet, but we're going to be a board that you're going to hear more and more about. We just recently endorsed Alex Villanueva for LA County Sheriff. But we also understand that when it comes to taxpayers, it's also, you don't have to be a partisan Republican. Everyone pays taxes, and we need to fight for everyone that does pay taxes. And so our group understands that. And so there are other leaders out there that we endorse, we talk with, and involve our campaigns with. And so you'll hear that from Jack tonight as well. But Jack is a real leader. He grew up with a working class immigrant family in Southeast Los Angeles. He worked his way through school. He built a career in global finance. And then he chose to come back home, not to seek power, not to cash in, but to give back. He was elected to the city council in his hometown of Cudahy in 2013 and served 2 terms. He is the voice of accountability in city government that they desperately needed and we desperately need. And when corruption and fiscal mismanagement threatened his community, Jack didn't look away, he fought that. And he fought it head on. Jack's a former nominee for the California State Treasurer, a campaign that showed the entire state what a grounded person in math, integrity, and constitutional principles look like. When others talk about a need for fiscal responsibility, Jack actually has the skill set to deal with it. He's a Harvard-trained economist, a CPA, a financial executive who understands how budgets work and, more importantly, how they should work. But beyond his degrees and all his titles, what I appreciate most about Jack is his unwavering belief in something simple but powerful, that government should serve the people, not the other way around. That taxpayers deserve respect, not endless new costs. That freedom thrives when government knows its limits. These values matter today more than ever. Right now, families all across Los Angeles County are struggling with high taxes, high fees, and a cost of living driven by policies that punish work and reward waste. But when I look at leaders like Jack Guerrero, I'm reminded that we have every reason to be optimistic. Because the future isn't written yet, and strong, principled leaders can still change the direction of this county, this state, and this nation, even if it's hard to believe that. Jack represents a new generation of Republican leadership, leaders who are smart, disciplined, experienced, and fearless. Leaders who don't just oppose bad policy, but who offer better ones. Leaders grounded in the belief that less government is better government. And that American dream is still alive, still worth fighting for, and still within our reach. So tonight we gather to strengthen our movement, build our energy, and prepare for the battles ahead. And it's my honor to welcome a man who gives me tremendous hope in the future, and that's my friend, Jack Guerrero.